Portabola. Portabola. Thank you. Okay. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Show up. There you go. Jesus. Scared me like that for no good reason. Alright. Yeah. Let me remember. Yeah, I remember now. I was going through the water area. Yes. Good day, good day. So, shot. Today is just gonna be a lot of water, I suppose. You know, I'm not gonna make the joke. It's too easy. But be prepared. We're gonna be here for probably an hour, give or take. Surely this is super effective. Neutral because you're ghost. Okay, I've learned something important. Anyway, haven't done much, I suppose. Watch some anime. I want to look into Gmod. I didn't do that today because I woke up at 3 o'clock to phone calls. So I got up and turns out it was spaghetti. And so I had spaghetti for essentially breakfast, I guess. So I'm bloated. I'm straight bloated on spaghetti. And you know, I just woke up 2 hours ago. So I'm gonna feel that for a little bit. 36, okay. I took a shower and then now I'm here. So I was gonna look into it last night, but it was like 1:40, so I didn't bother with it. We played survival, and the maps that we had to do, there's 13 maps left now for gold. There was 14 prior to. We got 1 gold last night. In the span of like 2 hours, we got 1 gold. And 1's better than none. But there were so many attempts that got close to gold that it hurts even more. You get to 9 minutes and 20 seconds and you go down. It's just sad. It's just depression, because you survived. You lived, bitch, and then you just didn't live. It's always a goddamn tank is what happens. There's like 1 tank you have to deal with at 8 minutes and 30 seconds. And if you kill that tank, you're good. You just have to survive 1 minute without a tank, which isn't that bad. Oh, why is there grass here? Okay. What the fuck? This looks weird. Okay, that's fine. You just gotta survive 1 minute with just specials and commons, and we've never, I swear, we have never lost. We've never lost in that situation, unless a tank was still alive. But we've always managed to succeed. Does Ghost do anything against Dark? I don't fucking remember. Just press cross poison again. It's neutral. I'll roll with it. Well, I'm gonna try Shadow Hit now. Right. Okay. Right. I remembered. Dark and Ghost don't affect each other for some reason. I'm pretty sure tanks have 4,000 HP in survival. The problem is that tanks show up with everything else. Nazarene. So when a tank shows up, it's accompanied by a horde and special infected. And it is really annoying to try to focus on a tank, because when you're focusing on a tank, it means everything else can get close to you, and that's when your entire lineup breaks up. All right, watch this power play. Oh. Don't dig again. Okay. So if the tank is alone, you can focus a tank down within a matter of seconds. But if a tank is accompanied with a horde and specials, you kind of don't have the ability to focus on it, because if one person's pinned, they can't help you. So the amount of damage you're doing to a tank decreases by quite a significant margin. Did I just flinch again from dig? Or did I miss? I probably missed. Okay. I can live a bite. If it digs, I'm switching. What? Okay. I dead. That happened. There's also a few points. There's also a few points in the map where 2 tanks will spawn at the same time. I love Pokemon, dude. 5 minutes, 30 seconds, and then like the 8-minute mark, you have to deal with 2 tanks, which can sometimes go super well, and sometimes can go super not well. There you go, that works. Alright, that was harder than it needed to be. So back to Gmod stuff, essentially. I looked into it, and I found that I need to use like Joy-to-Key for accurate, quote-unquote, controller support. But the problem with it is that, like, I have to toggle mouse sensitivity, and toggling mouse sensitivity to match for a controller, like a control stick, I've never really done that before. I've done it exactly once, and it was a really piss poor job. So years ago, like, I don't know, 6, 7 years or some crazy shit like that, I got some friends together, and we played Spooky's House of Jump Scares. Now, I'm pretty sure this was before the hospital DLC was like available, so put that into perspective for a time frame, I suppose. But I remember seeing it had controller support, but we couldn't get the controller support to work. We couldn't figure it out. So I went to Joy-to-Key and I mapped everything, but stick sensitivity and Futos, okay. Right, yeah, it was before the name change as well. I don't even remember what the name change is. So I mapped, I had to map stick sensitivity to match a mouse, and I didn't do a very good job, but it worked well enough. But you know how in that game there's a few like things that chase you that you have to look at, like the puppet, the puppet guy, that guy. He was really annoying to get by because turning around to keep an eye on him with the sensitivity that I set was really, really difficult. Now, granted, I wasn't the one playing the game. Because I'm not good with those kind of games. This is also, this is years ago, right? I was young and easily feared. But point is, we beat the entire game under those circumstances. So that was my one experience with mapping controller to mouse, and it did not work out too well. Now the funny thing is, after we beat the game, we went back into the options menu, and this is gonna sound really stupid, but we scrolled down because there were more options that you couldn't see. So I scrolled down, and there was controller support at the bottom. It was an option that wasn't immediately apparent. You had to scroll down to see it, and it was set to no by default. So we played the whole game with my bootleg Joy-to-Key setup when all I had to do was scroll down the options menu. So I learned a very valuable lesson that day. I'll always make sure that when you go into an options menu, you have explored every option. However, in my defense, there was no indication that going down that menu was going to open new options. It looked like that was all there was on the menu, and that's why we just went with it. That's my excuse. So yeah, I have to do that and map. I have to map my controller to work, and if I do that, then I have to figure out how to play video games. Now, I'm assuming all I have to do is host local, and then I should be able to just play games, right? Or do I have to like get a private server or something like that? Because that sounds like a massive pain in the ass as well. I was just kind of hoping that if I did it, I would be able to just set up like private lobbies like I do in Left 4 Dead, because that's hella convenient. Oh, I forgot I have surf as well. Of course I do. How the fuck do you think I got here? Jesus. God damn it. Brain's on the fritz. Alright, let's just do the double battle. Bring it on. The sea keeps secrets from us. Yeah. Deep under the water. We explore space because we fear what is down there. That's all. 35, 35. Okay. I can handle that. Alright, let's see. I don't know what I want to do here. Ross is a bit of an annoyance. Unless it's super effective. Oh. Okay, I can deal with that. There you go. I can deal with that. The main ones I'm interested in, you know, prop hunt, murder, and trouble in Terrorist Town, because those are El Clasicos, right? I really want to play murder. that one seems like a lot of fun. But I'm just hoping that when I set it up, it's like super easy and convenient, right? And I don't have to. Oh, god damn it! I don't have to do too much extra effort. But it'll be a nice change of pace, I suppose. It's not like I'm sick of Left 4 Dead or anything. I very much enjoy Left 4 Dead, but I think I want to play a video game that has less of a competitive aspect to it right now. That's all. That's all. I want to play a game that I can just have fun with without having to worry about somebody doing something that frustrates me. That's all I have to do. Like the phone game. I'll take a look at the maps and stuff too, but first I need to make sure the game works. There we go. Alright, fire spin on Mommy G. Garlic foam was pretty good, yeah. I don't know how, but we managed to play that for like 4 hours. But I'm pretty sure we only played 4 rounds, so each round was like an hour long. But it didn't feel like it was an hour long until it was like, you know, like over. There we go. Excellent. Now it should be a 1v2. I'm like 90% sure we played 4 rounds and that was it. Guard armor. Excuse me, what? I think that blocks crits. Alright, well, let's just do this then. Time to bully. Alright. That's fine. Get that juicy chip. There you go. No, it was great. I had a good laugh. It was a lot more enjoyable than I thought it was going to be. But that's like not to say that I didn't think it was going to be fun. But like, goddamn. Now I even saved one. I saved my favorite one because I wanted to show I wanted to show chat what we were doing. So okay, I want you to look at this one. All right, I want you to look at this, and I want you to try and figure out what it's supposed to be. Now, you're gonna say, oh geez, okay, I know what that's gonna be. I know what that's gonna be, but I need you to watch this. All right, so. What do you... Just watch this. What do you think this is going to turn into? Right? Alright? That's clearly Kirby, right? That's clearly Kirby. But it's going backwards. Alright? So, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. So, what is this? What do you think this is? What do you think this is? This is what it is. Like... What? That. So the mode we did, it's called knockoff, right? It's called knockoff. So the first person draws an image, right? And then the next person has to recreate the image, but each time you get less and less time to do it. So the image starts great, and then it turns into, like, you know, 15 seconds to draw. but we reverse the order in which it shows up, so you get like the latest image first, and it slowly goes backwards, so you can see what the intended image was. And it was fun because a lot of like, you know, a lot of the images at the bottom are kind of goofy and rushed because that's how it works. And then it slowly starts to reassemble into what it originally was. And you can kind of like guess as to what it is up to a certain point. But for that one it was Kirby at first. Right? It was Kirby. And then it turned into like fucking pink meat wad. And then it turned into some dude with like a cookie on its head. And then Pluto, who was number 2 on that drawing, was like, his drawing, I had no idea what it was. And then suddenly Sand, who is like, who had the original drawing, immediately comes next, and it's like, what the fuck? 4K resolution right there versus 144p. It was so good because I didn't expect it, right? It was just like a lot of the other ones you could kind of tell what it was gonna turn into, but that one was just such a direct upgrade that it completely caught me off guard. I don't know how you were gonna recreate that, honestly. There was too much polish on it. There was too much polish to possibly recreate that. I got to draw Donkey Kong, and then Donkey Kong turned into a piece of poop. Renko and Maribel turned into Luigi and Mario, yeah. I got to draw Jun. Although the only like 2 of those images after mine were even close to resembling her anymore. For some reason, all of the images transform into characters with pointy hats, because pointy hats are really easy to draw, and I guess it works better to give a pointy hat than to make someone bald. Also, trying to draw hair is impossible on a mouse because it just turns into scribbles, and you just have to assume that it's hair. It's great. It's fantastic. So that's what we did yesterday. I took the day off because I woke up late. I wasn't feeling that great, but I did some writing. I did some writing on a script. I did my laundry. So I did everything I needed to do for the day, and it was like 7 o'clock. So I was just like, let's try this because it seems like it'd be fun. It's stress-free. Don't have to worry about any competitive aspects to it. A bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh players kept drawing Yu-Gi-Oh cards. God damn it. Let's go with Yam up front. Okay. Oh, get the ball. Get the ball, get the ball. Fine. I didn't want it anyway. Limited bag space is annoying. But then in Gen 4, I have so much shit in my bag that I can't find what I'm actually looking for. It's just Marasis and Futos everywhere, dude. Alright. I might do it again. I don't know. It really just depends. As I said, it was a lot of fun. I'm not an artist. That's for sure. The colors... There's a color picker tool, which is very, very handy. Because the colors that you get... The colors that you get are kind of bad. Like, the shade of pink that the game defaults you for is not good for Kribby. It's just not. You have to, like, get your own. Even if you put a drawing pad in my hand, it wouldn't work. Picking colors, yeah. I actually... The picture I drew for Kyoko, I color picked. I googled her and color picked, and it gave me... like a disgusting color, an absolutely disgusting color, and that was why my Kyoko looked like a gumdrop. Because I was spending so much time doing the color picking that I couldn't actually do anything with the body, so she turned into a gumdrop instead. I think you could sort the bag in Gen 4. It was just that there's so much junk you can get from the underground. And if you give a held item to a Pokemon and it leaves the bag and then you put it back in the bag, it goes back to the bottom. So it became annoying when you cycled held items like that. Things would always go back to the bottom. But like if you had multiple items, like a multiple of an item, you wouldn't really be able to do that. So it would always be different. Protein? No. Screw that. Okay. She was a gumdrop. She was like a bell more than anything. Cheery. Look at them poofy pants. You can also do that. You can also sort alphabetically in Gen 5 as well. You can also sort by favorites, which is super convenient. You can make a favorites tab for the bag, so you can always find the items you're looking for. That was a lot more convenient than just sorting alphabetically. But the non-limited bag room is good. It also made the personal PC pretty much completely useless, because the whole point of the personal PC was so you could store items. But nobody wants to store items because they'd rather have them on hand, even if they're not doing anything with them. But you see, I'm just like packing a bunch of random shit like iron and protein and whatnot. And I don't want it. But I hold on to it because you can sell it for money, but I don't want to sell it for money right away, because if I lose all the money anyway. So I hoard things. You see the problem I have? Let me just do this real quick. Stupid menus, come on. You deposit. See, I got like battle items, Everstone. Like I don't do anything with all this stuff. Tech Shard, Green UFO, HP up, Chrome Shard. Okay. Yeah, good enough. Okay. There you go. And now it's in my item box. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm not going back for those iron, or those stat drinks though. I'm not doing it. Doesn't matter to me. You know what's funny is that, like, the amount of times I was given a character I had to draw, and I thought, I know what this character looks like, and I immediately drew a line on the canvas. I was like, I don't know what this character looks like. Just because I know what they look like in my head doesn't mean I can actually put it on a piece of paper, and I learned that instantly. Kirby is different because Kirby is made up of just circles. You can create Kirby through the circle tool exclusively. He's not too hard. But like this fucker right here, if I had to draw a Futo, it would have just been, you know, I would have been able to draw the blue hat at least. The blue hat would have gave it away. The characters with very easy to pick out accessories are godsend, because otherwise it's really hard to figure out what's going on. Is using a reference cheating? No. What? Not the integrity of the garlic phone. What is your memory if not a reference to your own memory? Come on now. You're under a time constraint anyway. Okay. The Amogus guy. Well, to be fair, the Amogus guy can definitely be drawn from memory. This is yours had the shiny glass paint to it. Yes, people were drawing Amogus. Some of the most popular things that showed up throughout the course of the game was Amogus, Eggman, and Luigi. Those three. Those were the... I guess Mima too. Mima showed up a lot. There you go. No matter what you try to do, an Amogus will show up somewhere. You just can't stop it. The question is, like, I drew a washing machine, and it ended up looking like Amogus. But apparently, not to everyone. I thought it looked like an Amogus. Someone's never seen a washing machine in their goddamn life, apparently, because they didn't see a washing machine in that picture. No one ever has to draw an Amogus, but sometimes people just do. No one drew a Suku. Nope. Nope. No one drew a Yukari either. No. It'll be a cold, dark day before I have an Amogus emote. Come on now. Yeah, it was a gray box on top of a gray box with a blue circle and Reimu's clothes in it. How could that not be a washing machine? What? It's less so about how you didn't know it was a washing machine and more so how you thought it was a painter's palette. How was that a painter's palette? That's even more confusing than it not being a washing machine. It's one gray box, not two. Have you never heard of a control panel on the back of your washing machine? What the heck? What kind of washing machine are you using? You're crazy. You ever heard of a goddamn laundromat? That's insane. This is simply insane. Thank you for the raid, Christian. We're talking about garlic phones. Hee hoo ha ho. A dryer? No, because it was blue on the inside. If it was a dryer, it wouldn't be blue on the inside. It's blue because there's water in there, you know? Because Reimu is doing her laundry. That's why. This guy, don't forget me. I look at this. Look at this shit. Match call. Best friend Maribel. Check on my best friend. Slowly break the fold down. I like bulky puppets. I prefer relaxing to fast-paced slugfest. Yeah, I fucking know that. You stupid ass Ellen. I hate you. Wait, does Scott have like artwork? No, I can't. Teaming with train. I don't care. Look at this. So like I go down here. Look, this is black belt knob. Check. That's black belt knob. Yep. Where is he? Route 115. Where's that? I don't fucking know. He wants Battle. Yep. I can totally go find him through this match call feature. Looking for the single black belt on Route 115, wherever that could be. I don't remember. That's the beauty of the multiplayer ping. When I want to play video game, I just ping. That's all. Murasa and Murasa. Oh, I see. Anchor arms. It reminds me of a comic I saw. It was translated. Is she a steel type yet? I don't think so. Oh. No, she's ghost. Okay. Knew I found Murasa's anchor and painted it to look like her wings and then held it behind her back and Murasa couldn't find it. I like that comic. It was nice. Alright, I don't think the burn really mattered. Let's switch to medicine. Okay. Let's burn the other one then. Kasume and Yam. Shadow Ball is special because there's a physical special split here. Oh my. Oh, I'm not dead. That's annoying. Give me that chip damage. Burn. Burn. Alright. Let's go with the healthier one first. Shadow Ball is coming again. I don't know which. I don't even know what Ghost is good against. Hope it's not good against what I just sent out. Okay, that's good. Okay. Alright, I'll take that. And now I heal it all back. Does Ghost resist nature? No, it doesn't. Holy shit, what are you, Tentacruel? You must be. That didn't do anything. Oh, this is gonna be... Oh, this is gonna get bad. speaking of that, I watched the Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 openings with 4K resolution AI upscaling, AI learning algorithm, and it looked the same to me. So, you know, lost on me, but it was cool. I also realized that there seemed to have been a redub of Bill's lines from the opening, like at some point, because in the Xbox 360 version of Left 4 Dead 1, when the tank shows up and Lewis is like, "Run or shoot," and then he says it again, Bill responds with both, but he kind of has like a voice crack. So his voice, he kind of has like a voice crack to it. But then when I listened to it on the Steam version, when he said both, it sounded much different. Like it was such a clear difference than what I remembered. I was like, oh, I guess they redid they redid the line. There was another line that was something similar as well, but I can't remember what it was. Okay, I'm gonna head back to Dufert and heal. Because Senna Ball's at level 40, so I wouldn't mind her being level 40. She doesn't have the EXP share, does she? No, I just watched it because it was there. So I figured, why not? Besides, the Left 4 Dead 1 opening is very cool. I like that one a lot. It's a good intro. You know? I also like the Left 4 Dead 2 one as well. The Left 4 Dead 2 one is a little different though, because the Left 4 Dead 2 one is like, you know, it's more like a trailer, how it jumps around in different spots and stuff. But then the Left 4 Dead 1, the Left 4 Dead 1 opening is like, hey, want to see what happens in No Mercy 1 if it wasn't a video game? Like that's pretty much what the opening cutscene is for Left 4 Dead 1. It's right outside the building on No Mercy 1, but if it wasn't a video game, so you get in that situation. The pipe bomb, the car alarms, the witch, the tank hitting the car, the tank throwing the rock. You know what's really cool is that both Bill and Zoe lose their guns to make up for the fact that they have they don't have starting weapons. Because Lewis has the SMG, and Francis has the pump action shotgun, but Zoe has 2 handguns and Bill has an M16. But after Bill like uses the M16 to push the tank away from Francis, he just kind of, well, I don't really know if he loses it per se, but after that moment he definitely stops shooting. So he just doesn't have his gun anymore. And you can see at the very end, before the tank falls off the fire escape, that Zoe drops, when Zoe stumbles back, she drops one of her handguns, so she only has one left, which actually brings their loadout to the default loadout at the beginning of a campaign, which is a really, really, really good touch. Okay. Woo! The tank died, though, to fall damage. Also, somehow Lewis, like, single-handedly killed a single witch with the SMG, and it couldn't break through the door. So there was, you know, there's a little bit of a creative liberty taken there. Bill also got incapacitated by a smoker holding him for exactly 2 seconds. So, yeah. Must have been playing on that expert mode. Komachi. Go Yam. Okay. Komachi. Like the witch kind of like is in the part of it, but then it just kind of like, you know, Lewis just kind of takes it out, you know? Is Ghost good against Ghost? I don't know if Komachi's part Ghost yet. She might just be pure water. I think she's pure water. Spikes? Ooh. Ooh, yeah, alright. Got that scum tactic. Alright, do it, I'll do it. She won't be a ghost type? Okay, that's good to know. She must become steel then, huh? Witches can't break doors in realism. Really? Huh. I didn't know that. I don't really mess with witches in situations where you can close a door on them. I've never even seen a witch go through a door in regular gameplay. Because usually you don't run from a witch to a point where you could just shut a door on them. They either die or you go down. But they will die. Dublo battle. Do I do? I do, I do. Well, you know what? Now I do. Okay. There we go. Man, sometimes the witches irritate me. I grabbed, I got a jockey grab before, and I pulled Pluto into a witch, and it made her really angry. But then she just couldn't hit him. Like she kept trying to set up a shot, but then just wouldn't fucking hit him. She got him eventually, but I was just like, come on, do the thing, damn it. I don't know, having a water type here is not really a good idea. Whatever. Oh, see you later. Okay. Mega Drain. Nice. Alright. I wonder if Fire Spin will take out Notori in a certain amount of time. Probably not. Okay. Then let's double tap Suwako. Thank you, Citizen, for the raid. The funny thing about I like when a charger ends up getting somebody into a witch or a smoker, because the witch will hit them and they will just immediately take 100 while in a pinned state and they can't do anything about it. And the thing is, it counts towards the infected's damage if the witch hits someone while they're pinned. I guess I'll just do this. Why not? It might use dive again. So if you ever notice, like if a witch just hits someone raw, it's just the witch is considered an obstacle. But it's kind of like how when a survivor is hit by a common infected while they're covered in bile, it counts as boomer damage. So if a witch hits somebody who's in your pin, it counts as your damage, and so you just get a flat 100 added to your score. Not that it really matters. Not that it really matters who does what damage. Alright, there we go. I wish that Surf had killed, but it's okay. It's just funny when you press the button and you see the damage difference, and you can kind of tell who was playing the spitter for an elongated period of time. Or who got an instant kill. Because an instant kill just gives you like 300 clean. Yeah, I'll stay in. There you go. Oh, and card damage as well. So the damage, the thing is, like, if the damage score gets involved with cars, odds are it's not gonna matter when you get to the end, because how much damage you did, it only matters if both teams get to the end with the same score. So basically, if both teams get a perfect game, it's only used as a tiebreaker, and it's only for 25 points anyway. Otherwise, it's just like, it's just a number that gets big, and your monkey brain can be like, yes, yes, good. How much damage did you do? 336. How much damage did the other guy do? 102. Yeah. You're sitting there like, yeah, I did it. I am the MVP. But in actuality, you just spit on a corpse. You spit on somebody who can't move, and you farmed a damage bonus on that. Komachi. I've never used a Komachi. Ever. Maybe I won't start. My team is like hella bulky. It's kind of scumbaggery. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay playing the scum game. Oh man. Oh man. Got spaghetti in the tummy. Just you wait. We're gonna play some murder, Gonna play some Trouble in Terrorist Town. I gotta figure this out. I'm very excited to do so. Poison Bomb. Ooh, it's like Sludge Bomb. Okay, I'll take it. I'm very excited to getting that to work because it seems like a lot of fun, and I've wanted to do Gmod stuff for quite a long time anyway. Never been able to. Never really had a computer that was capable of doing it. Wait a minute. What? Where's my rare candy, you bitch? Ah. Alright. It's only been 2 months. I bought the game like a week before the lunar sale. And then the game went on sale for $2, so more people bought it then. I got nostalgic for it because of Back for Blood. That's the rare candy rock, that one. Once I figure out how to get my controller to work for it, and I figure out how to like actually host games for specific modes, and also it's not a main priority, but figuring out how to do the in-game voice chat, because I'm pretty sure the in-game voice chat is proximity based, which works better for the types of games. Chieri. Chieri's a water type, right? I didn't actually buy Gmod. A friend of mine bought it. A coworker, an old coworker of mine. I liked working with him. He bought it for me, but I couldn't like get it to work, so I felt kind of bad. But now I can put it to good use. I can do it. Yeah, I'm not interested in playing Gary's mod with like random people. Same with Left 4 Dead. I want to play it with the server. More fun that way. It's like Among Us. Oh god, he said it. He really said it. But here's what I mean by that when I say that. Like, Among Us is a game that you can play with randoms, but why the fuck would you play with randoms? How I just don't understand how Among Us could be a fun game to play with people that you like who can't speak and only use in-game chat. But when I play it with friends, it's pretty good. I like the Among Us game with friends. Hello. There appears to be other cabins. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. It's a ship. Isn't there a bed I can use to heal? I thought there was. Whatever. Alright. Let's go it. There we go. Woo! I want to see some of those Touhoumon maps. Check some of those out. Running around A and T and playing a game of murder. It'll just be like my CDS chapter. Oh. Uh-oh. Ah, well that didn't do that much actually. Psybeam. That's Reason. Kyoko's not a heart type. She's a dream type. I don't fucking know, dude. There's tons of other game modes I've never tried. But those are the main ones. The main ones I want to check out. What the hell type is she? Metronome? Can you like explode? That'd be nice. Ooh. Pain! Wow, this thing is really annoying. You sit in a movie theater and watch YouTube videos. What? No, I want to play video games. I can sit in my chair and watch YouTube videos. I don't need to sit in my chair watching my guy sit in a chair watching YouTube videos. That just feels like an extra step. Become React streamer. I'd rather not. I'm gonna consider the opposite. Heart doesn't work. Maybe it's weak to this. What are you, Yukari? People do that in VR chat. Yeah, they do. I don't know anything about VR chat though, because I don't have VR. But I'm not really big on those kinds of things because they're kind of weird. She's pure reason? No. Mirror coat. Oh. Oh, scum tactics. Count as the foe's special attack at double the power. Oh, fuck yes. Give me that. Why would I play VR chat minus the VR? That's just chat at that point. Yuyuko. Okay, staying in. Ooh. She's a ghost. No. No. Unbelievable. I wouldn't say I'm not interested in VR stuff, but I'm not interested in VR stuff with the current price tag. Well, at least that's neutral. Oh, what are you? Actually, Nature Ghost would make sense for you, I guess. Okay. Oh, that's good. It'd be nice if VR, you know, got a little, went a little further, I suppose. As it is right now, I don't, you know, I don't even know where to begin with that kind of thing. But it currently seems a little clunky. I've been found. Like this dude camping the fucking door. Hmm. Cheer, no! Close combat, cheer bow. Ice shard. It's an ice move. Oh god, you almost killed me. Wait a minute, why are we using the cave background? Wait a minute, what? Were we using the cave background in the last battle? I don't think I was. Medicine. I know what type this one is at least. Hmm. It's dependent on what tile I'm on. So the doormat gives you cave tile, huh? So this happens in the actual game, huh? Really? Wow, okay. Okay, that's wild. Is there a place to heal in this, is there somewhere you can heal in here? A dive orb, cool. Hmm. There isn't? I could have swore there was. Alright, in that case, I'm gonna leave and come back. Isn't it fun here? Hmm. I'm on the Palaquin ship, but not actually. Pretty sure this is the SS Cactus. Somehow it crashed up here. It's not even that far from civilization. But I guess going off of Pokemon map logic, it's not, but the distance between Pallet and Viridian is like a few days travel in the anime. So I have to assume that that ship is waterlogged pretty far away from shore. Hmm. I've seen the FNAF VR game. It actually is kind of cool because it puts secrets and stuff where you really have to actively look for them. VR, that game kind of works for VR because you're not really moving. Everything you're moving in that game is basically tied to what you're looking at anyway with mouse movements. So just attaching it to your head is, you know, it doesn't really change how the game works, but it also does. I played VR at a friend's house before. But it was basically just a bunch of tech demos, because this was years ago, right? He had, I think it was the Oculus or PS4 or whatever. But I played a horror game, quote unquote. It was like a horror game demo that I played in VR, and it was, you know, it was definitely an interesting experience when it's like you're seeing it from your own point of view with VR. But I decided to be an asshole and, like, quickly turn around and be like, oh shit, skeleton warning, right? But then there actually was something behind me, so it scared me and I almost fell over. Like it was a really cheap, obvious, lame jump scare, but because it was directly in my line of sight because of VR, it confused my brain for a moment, and then I actually fell over. You know, like VR has does this thing to you where it makes you, even for like a split second, think that it's really happening in front of you, and it like your body reacts accordingly. That's why cheesy horror games definitely have a bigger impact on you in VR, because it feels a little bit more like you're in that situation. It's weird. It's cool though. Hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades. Yeah, I've heard of that one. I don't really know what that game is though. I know Vinny's played it a number of times though. Komachi is nailed. It was actually some guy in a pig mask. It wasn't actually a skeleton, but you know, I really didn't think there would be something there, so I was just like, whoa, spooky, ha ha ha, and then it was actually there, and I was like, okay. Think of it like this, chat. Let's say you're playing a video game, right? Just any, the video game, you're at the end of a hallway, it's dimly lit, and the lights are flashing and flickering, right? And every time the light comes on, something is getting closer to you, and closer to you, and closer to you, until it's in your face, right? If you're playing a video game like that, you're kind of just like, you know, it can still freak you out, but you can still rationalize that it's a video game, right? You're just looking at it. It's like, oh, okay, you got me. But imagine that same situation. That same situation in VR, where it's like you're watching that happen in real time from your own point of view, like your perspective, not the perspective of you from another character in the game, right? But it's like your perspective, so it gives you a sense of realism. I did a VR. I went to a VR place before, and one of the gimmicks games I did was going at the top floor of a skyscraper and then walking outside onto a board. Burp. So I looked down and I looked at the board, and I couldn't do it. I could not walk out onto the board because I just couldn't do it. Because there was a belief within me that was actually like the situation I was in, and I couldn't move forward. And then my friend tried it, and then he slipped off the board essentially, and then the suspension of disbelief was over. Then he found a jetpack and just started flying around, and it was a foregone conclusion. So as soon as like he was taken out of the experience, it didn't matter to him anymore. He could just like do whatever the fuck he wanted. But before that, like in my case, I was just looking at the board, and I couldn't take a step forward. Everything within me was telling me that if I did that, I would fall, and then like I couldn't do it. So VR can make for some very interesting experiences like that, but right now it's still definitely in the state of like clunky gimmicks, and it's not really, I guess, a legitimate like experience all the way through. It's just a bunch of like smaller experiences that showcase kind of what can happen in it. Of course, I don't have VR, so I might be talking out of my ass. But VR also looks a little bit disorientating, and also it feels like it's kind of hard to have proper controlling for it, because you control it like as a person, but like it's very hard to make that one for one. Like, I watched Jerma play a little bit of Hitman VR, and I was just confused. Like, I don't understand how you're supposed to play a game like Hitman in first-person VR. It feels like a lot of the aspects of the game get cut to make up for the fact that you're in that situation. Yamstar, okay. Looking around at stuff in VR chat, yeah, because I've seen Vinny do that as well. He just visits weird maps with us with some friends. Checks them out, because there's like Easter eggs and stuff. We were kind of doing that in Left 4 Dead as well. But you know, it's when you actually like get the chance to look around yourself. Like looking in a mirror in VR chat must be really strange. Cause you can make your own VR models. So like imagine you're just like you're looking in a mirror in VR chat and you see Kermit the Frog and it's like that's you. That's you. You're Kermit the Frog. I can't imagine what that feels like. I really can't. It just seems so strange to me that that's like a thing. But then that's how it be. That's how it be. This is neutral, actually. Oh wait, no. Poison doesn't resist water. Poison resists nature. Sorry, miasma. VR is cool, it's just pricey. That's all. It's not about the models that are crazy, it's about the perspective at which you can see them. Because, again, in VR, the perspective is from you directly. So if I look in a mirror and I see Kermit the Frog, that's like, I don't know what that feels like. But if I'm just playing a game and I see, like, I'm playing, like, Left 4 Dead with fairies, for one thing. I just see the fairies and that's it. But if I looked at a mirror and saw me as the fairy, I would have, like, I would probably do, like, you know, I'd probably, like, look at it for a little bit and be like, what the fuck? This is so weird. Actually becoming a Fumo, yeah. Shanghai Horai. A friend of mine did one where he just went down a shark cage and he just kept going underwater. And then a shark attacked the cage and he freaked out. I was like, oh, crazy. How about a para for your old pal? That's flinch. Okay, no crits. I want to be a marketable plushie. Make me a Jun Fumo avatar. And there you go. I can run around as Fumo. They're weak to heart. Or, yeah, they're weak to heart, not dream. Because fake out is heart. Nice. Didn't I just use Lucky Chant? What the fuck? How did I get a crit? Weird. What are you okay? Oh, that's a poopy spike. It reminds me of the move Grudge. There's a move called Grudge that is it's I thought Lucky Chant affected the whole team. Wait. Oh, Lucky Chant is something different in this game, that's why. I see now. Now I understand what went wrong there. It was a Lucky Chant is amnesia. Okay. There we go. Oh, yeah. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying just a second ago. Uh-oh. Give me... I want the scanner. Storage key. Cool. Chat, help me out. What the heck was I talking about again? I don't remember. Before I was interrupted by... What was I interrupted by again? No, I wasn't talking about Jun. Was I talking about Kermit still? I don't think I was. VR? I remember a Shark Tank. Huh. VR avatars? Are you sure about this? This doesn't sound correct. I know I said I wanted to become Jun. Jun Fumo. And mirrors. No, you're so far back. Refresh the page. I don't remember anymore. Well, shit, this is embarrassing. I don't remember what I was talking about before that I got interrupted by the dolls. Whoops. Oh, I'm sure it wasn't important. Sure it wasn't important. I've seen a few things for VR, and someday, you know, maybe I'll check it out. But I think before I touch anything related to VR, it needs to become more accessible, I suppose, cheaper. Because right now, I'm sure it's better than it used to be. But I also am pretty confident that it costs a pretty penny to participate in VR. Where VR is currently in a state where it is, as I said, just kind of like a gimmick. And I'm not really interested in things like VR chat. When I think of VR chat, I think of Second Life. Now, before you say anything about that, my only experience with Second Life is watching Vinny walk around as a fat blue pizza-loving goblin. That's my experience with Second Life. That's it. That's all I know about that place. I've heard stories and legends, but the only actual experience I've seen within the world of Second Life is through the eyes of Ralph Bluton. Yeah, before that game, quote unquote game, was banned on Twitch. Do I do the double? I do the double. Why not? Why not? Okay. Second Life was popular when I didn't have a computer, for the most part. Roleplay servers. Oh my god. Oh my god. He is going to RP in a public server. No! No, stop him! Don't let him do it! No! Ah. Pop. Kasen versus Komach. That did a lot. Alright, I can fix this problem. Watch this. Medicine is dialed. Alright, Komachi isn't dead. However, Force Palm will kill. Suako. Okay. Faith is weak to beast. Water's not. Giari. Intimidate. What about her is intimidating? Do I go bucket? I guess I go bucket. Okay. Alright. Well, there's a reason Second Life has been banned. As something you can stream. Despite it being, you know, not necessarily... so, like, it, I guess, I don't know if I call it an outlier, so to speak. Shit. Whoa, what's that? A message? They gave me a free message for unresolved complaints. Cool. Thanks. I'll be sure to remember that. She's waving a folding chair? But... Actually, wait, she has a gun. She has a gun. Of course I'm intimidated by that. I know her pants are supposed to be like her shorts, but they look like they're so poofy. Why am I double paralyzed? I don't even know what's happening anymore. Damn it. Oh, I'm not complaining about anything. I don't know why I got that message. It's unwarranted. Like, hey, here's a free message. If you need to complain, use this number. Like, gee, thanks. I'll remember that for when I'm ready to complain. Dude, fire spin damage is pitiful. Okay. I'm just gonna do this. Okay. Nice. Nice crit. That better not kill me. Oh my god, no! Alice. Charmander. Oh my god, damn it. Okay. Okay. Jesus, she's so small. Holy shit. She's absolutely fucking tiny. Well, she should be nature illusion, right? That's what she is in puppet dance. I'm pretty sure illusion is a type you can be. I know it's a move type. I don't know exactly what its type chart looks like, though. Just gonna press surf. Mimic. There you go. Nature beast. Okay. So she's ×4 weak to fire. I see. That's neutral. That's fine. Kasume went first. Wow. Alice is slower than Kasume. That's kind of weird. None of the games you've played agree on 13 months. Oh. Well, Pound is an illusion type move, right? Just do this. Nice turn! My ear popped and I can hear again. It's weird. This is a weird experience. Is this what it feels like? To hear? Like a normal human being? Oh my god. Pokemon, please. Yeah. Mailing. Okay. Yeah, I could do that. Rolling kick. Rolling thunder! Easy. Okay. You know what this makes me think of? You ever, like, think about how some Pokemon's designs make them look like they're weak to a certain type? But then they're just not. Because their type is different from what they look like. No, my first thought there was, like, Applin. So the apple type Pokemon, it's not actually weak to fire because it's part dragon. Like, but it looks like it should be weak to fire because it's like a fucking apple, right? Alright, that was a battle. Duraludon is made of steel. You hit him with a fire type move. No, he's okay. It's only a neutral move. Time to go. Whee! Back to the Dewford Island. Damn it. Pretty sure Gengar is a poison type just so he would have a weakness. And then, of course, his weakness is one of the best types in the game. Even though he was supposed to be the type that handles that type. But then it doesn't even work properly. Ghost type moves. Lick, Nightshade. Oof. I always forget that Lick is a ghost type move in Generation 1. I always think of it as a normal type move, like Karate Chop and Gust. But it's not. It actually is a ghost type move. By all rights, Magnemite should have Levitate just by looking at it, but it doesn't because, I don't know, I guess it was too good. It's too good a Pokemon without that ×4 weakness. Oh, man. You ever see Haunter's Pokedex entry? Haunter's Pokedex entry says that it licks its target and then they become like paralyzed and then they become the dead. It's actually kind of spooky. So when a ghost licks you, it's not a good thing. Or maybe it's just Haunter being an asshole. Yeah, but if you have Levitate Magneton, you don't have Magnet-Pull Magneton. And Magnet-Pull Magneton is what kept Skarmory under control for the most part. If you lose the ability to trap Skarmory with Magneton in favor of having Earthquake immunity, you know, you can have one or the other, not both. Too many good options. Murasa. Big one. He does have that great steel typing. Oh, ship damage, dude. Oh, this is gonna suck. Okay. Well, Steel... Steel is not really an offensive typing, right? Steel was meant to be a defensive typing. It was only effective against Rock and Ice, which, you know, Rock has like the most weaknesses in the game. Well, I think Grass has more. And Ice types are the worst thing possible. They're the worst defensive typing in the game. Okay, we're good. Nice. Ice only resists ice, correct. It has 1 resistance and it has 4 weaknesses, but it is the strongest defensive typing in the game at the same time. That's the thing about it, right? Psychic is strong. Psychic has 3 weaknesses and 2 resistances. 37, nice. But Steel types didn't really have, they weren't really good offensively, you know? They slowly got more moves, and, you know, now they're super effective against Fairy types, so that's pretty big. So Steel typing was also the only type in the entire game to resist Dragon, before Fairy came in with straight up immunity to it. Almost all ice Pokemon look good. I raise you 1 Avalugg. Design-wise, some of the ice types are kind of, you know... Say what you want about Vanillux, you know, the ice cream Pokemon. Everybody loves to pick on that guy. But Avalugg, I don't like Avalugg or Bergmite. Cryogonal is just kind of weird. I don't really know what's going on with that Pokemon. It's just a giant snowflake with like 10 defense and 10 offense. What's that? She's gonna hit me with a Sky Attack. Oh, shit. Sky Attack is physical. I'm dead. What? Why did I flinch? I don't like Avalugg. I don't understand why they tried to make an ice type as defensive as they did, because ice types just can't be defensive. Their very type prevents such a thing. Straight up with that attack down, I can live that. On a low roll, I can live this. Why did I flinch again? Oh, okay. I'll take it. It's just the concept of a defensive ice type is strange to me, because the way ice type is handled defensively is not, you know, it really fucking struggles. Like there are some defensive psychic types, but the bulky psychic types aren't really that, the bulky psychic types that exist in the game, they aren't really, like, super, super good, you know? And before you say, like, Slowbro or something, Slowbro is also part water, and water types are notorious for being bulky. So I would track that up to more of an exception for a bulky psychic in Slowbro's case. But, like, Pokemon like Hypno and, what do you call it? There was another one I was thinking of that's like UU. Shit. I don't what the fuck was it called? Not Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime isn't particularly bulky. He just learns screens and stuff. Grumpig. I'm pretty sure Grumpig is a little bulky. Musharna. Reuniclus. Okay, Reuniclus is actually a really, really good bulky psychic. That's true. Because Reuniclus also has Magic Guard, so it prevents all forms of residual, and it's really tanky, despite it having no real resistances. Also, it has access to Recover, which is something that not a lot of all the other psychic types don't really have. All of them pretty much rely on Rest. Alakazam can learn Recover though. I guess Gothitelle is also considered a bulky psychic. Her as well. But she got banned because Shadow Tag is a dumb ability. Why am I asleep? What happened here? Okay. Sure. Like, Steel types are definitely the Pokemon with the highest stats in physical defense. You got Aggron, Mega Aggron, of course. Steelix, even before Mega, I'm pretty sure Steelix has the highest defense. At like base 200 or some wacky shit like that. Alakazam is a very good, well-known psychic type. I think he stands out because he's a really, he kind of like, I guess he's a good example of what psychic types are expected to be. Heavy hitting special attackers. Shadow Ball. I'm getting rid of Pain Split. Yeah. Heavy hitting special attackers with high speed and frail defensive stats. But even then, Alakazam's special defense is at least somewhat respectable. But his physical defense is obviously pretty bad. Well, that trainer kind of fucked me up. Okay, hold on. Slayport's closer at this point. The Glass Cannon type. There you go. Alright. You got the Reggies. Oh, actually, that reminds me of Regice. Regice has 200 special defense, but he's a pure ice type. He's a pure ice type with a insane special defense, but then you know you just kind of like punch him and he dies. Regirock is also the same, but he's on the physical spectrum. But you hit him with a water gun, he dies. Obviously, it's not as bad as that. But the issue the Reggies face is that the Reggies don't have good recovery. I'm pretty sure that's why Registeel isn't like OU. If Registeel had access to Recover, he would probably be one of the best defensive Pokemon ever created. Because he's just so goddamn solid. But the problem with Registeel is his only form of recovery outside of Rest is like Wish Passing and Leftovers, which is good, but it's obvious that you want a more immediate recovery on defensive Pokemon, because that's the whole point of defensive Pokemon, is to survive long enough till your opponent clicks X. Yeah, if Registeel had access to any recovery move that wasn't Rest, he would be absolutely fucking insane. I know. It just kind of speaks volumes of how effective a recovery option is. and why some Pokemon that are incredibly difficult to take down are lower tiered because they don't have a way to stay healthy. Because eventually a wall will crumble, but a wall that repairs itself does not crumble easily. Also, the ability Regenerator is annoying as shit. I am of the opinion that Regenerator heals too much HP back on a switch. I think Regenerator should heal 1/4 of your max HP, not 1/3 of it. That is my opinion. Feel free to agree or disagree. She tried to smile at me, but I was too strong for that. So what happens is you switch into your wall, they take less than 33%, or they take a little more, they get their leftovers at the end of the turn, then they switch, they have advantage, and they just healed. So there was no, all you did was spend a turn to get a better switch. And it's kind of annoying. Why am I confused? Regigiga's stats, I don't think his stats warrant his ability being as bad as it is, but he's obviously got a respectable stat spread. They feared even giving him Protect for the longest time. He's a strong Pogie. They just thought he was too strong. That's all. I don't know what's happening with Regidrago. He seems to be the one that gets the least amount of attention. And I wouldn't even say it's just because he's new. Because Regieleki seems to be kind of insane. Like, from what I've heard, Regieleki, if it wasn't for the fact that his move pool is so incredibly poopy butts, he would be like an insane Pogie. But I don't know really what Regidrago does. All I know is that it has a really high HP stat, but having a high HP stat and not much else doesn't really do anything. It just makes the health bar tick slower. Like a Pokemon like Drifblim or Wailord, they have insane HP stats, but they don't really have any defense stats. Whereas a Pokemon like Blissey and Chansey, they have insane HP stats, but they still have really respectable special defense stats. Which in tandem with their huge HP pool means that they take special hits like it crazy. So, you're losing all your HP, but in Blissey's case, Chansey and Blissey's case, they can, actually take special hits, and then they know soft-boiled, so, Regieleki has base 200 speed, doesn't it? And Regidrago has base 200 HP. Oh, no. No! It's the fastest It's faster than Deoxys speed. Mind Bomb. That's not gonna do any damage. Why did that do so much damage? Okay. It did 60, so the next one will do 30. Kasen, wake up before I tell Reimu on you. That's what I thought. It's kind of like Guzzlord, Excellent. Guzzlord has an insane HP pool, but then not much else. Also, his name is hilarious. Guzzlord. Disgusting creature. Horrific. Tapu Koko's attack moves Volt Switch and Dazzling Gleam with no good physical stab. Yeah, but he's still a really good Pogie. Little kids dart around. Very taxing. Okay. Guzzlord Scream. He Scream. A Cuts King. I just don't understand how a Pogie that size can look so intimidating, but then when you actually look at how it plays in competitive Pokemon, it even just casually, it's not a very good Pokemon. What's the point of 1000 HP if you don't have any defense at all? It's like comparing, I guess comparing a sheet of metal to a house of cards, you know? The house of cards is bigger, but if you hit it, it's all gonna fall apart. But it's gonna take a lot more than a simple hit to break a sheet of metal, even if it's very small. It has stockpile and swallow for recovery. Why? Just give it recover. You know how many other stupid Pokemon you've given access to recover for no goddamn good reason? Just give it to him too. You gave Xurkitree Tail Glow for fuck's sake. Why can't Guzzlord have recover? You made Pheromosa a Pokemon. You made Celesteela a Pokemon. Why did they draw the line at Guzzlord? I don't understand. I don't get it. How are you gonna make Pheromosa and Guzzlord in the same game? What happened there? Yeah, Xurkitree with its base like 145 special attack and Beast Boost effect increasing its being a special Moxie. And it also has a +3 boosting move. Why? Why does it have all that? Then you got Celesteela, who's a steel flying type that learns Leech Seed. What the fuck? Oh my god. I like Celesteela's design though. Oh, we got big girls. Sandstorm. Celesteela is adorable, even though it's like, you know, 80 feet tall. Actually, I guess if you're asking me, that makes it better, but you get what I mean. You get what I mean. Kaguya. She's Skarmory with Leech Seed, yes. That's the thing, right? That's what makes it so good. It can set up its own recovery. Ice doesn't seem to be super effective against Earth. Oh, I'll take the attack drop, though. And then we got a Sandstorm. I guess I'll put Suika to sleep and then bully Yugi. We'll do that. Okay. Look, I like human proportions. That's all. But a Pokemon is a Pokemon. It's different. Some Pokemon are huge. Nothing wrong with that. Some Pokemon are small. Nothing wrong with that either. But if you're talking human proportions, then, you know, I probably wouldn't deal with that. 80 feet tall. You ever see the 7 Deadly Sins? You got that that chick who's like huge. I forget her name. Starts with a D. Yeah, Diana. She's massive. That goes a bit beyond being tall, though, you know? That's all. You want to talk tall? I rewatched a show about a week ago. Defrag. I like that show. I enjoyed it. But you can search a character. Her name is Tama Sakai. S-A-K-A-I. T-A-M-A. Tama Sakai. She's like Silver Miku. She's also very tall. Like, I was captivated by it. I never noticed it the first time I watched it. She was like a whole forehead taller than the guy, and I was like, whoa. Whoa! Holy shit! So that activated my neuron. That's all. I forgot that character was that tall because I didn't care back when I watched it. But I enjoy that show. Unfortunately, it's in one of those states where the manga just doesn't seem to be continuing. There is no mango. So that was one complex solved. Now I'm watching zombies. Which zombies? That's the best part. There's so many of them. I just finished watching Sankarea again. I'm probably gonna go read the rest of it so I can actually conclude the story. I'm watching Is This a Zombie again because I like that show a lot. and I haven't watched it in years, and it's just as nonsensical as I remember it. I'm probably gonna rewatch Zombieland Saga. Dr. Stone ended. I'm still not sure if I want to check that one out. I wonder. Sakureya was weird. It was hornier than I remembered it being, but I need to read the manga to see how it concludes. I am invested. Pretty sure Christian owns the whole damn thing anyway, but just read it. Still waiting for Grand Blue to finish. I have to check up on that again, I suppose. Someday. Someday I'll check it out. There was actually a show I was watching prior that I dropped because it made me angry. You ever watch a show like that? Where, like, maybe you watched it on a recommendation. Maybe you watched it because you heard someone say it was good. Maybe you watched it because the MAL rating was high and you were like, oh, how bad could it be? But then, like, you ever see the episode of Konosuba where they go to the town with the Aqua cult? You know that one? Right? And the guy takes the bar of soap and he throws it at the ground and screams. You know that part? That's the kind of reaction. So I watched it because I watched a show. I rewatched a show I watched some time ago. The Pet Girl of Sakuraso. Which was apparently 12 years old. Yeah, that made me feel fucking old. But I rewatched that and I really enjoyed it. So I checked recommended on stuff that is similar, and I got Boku Tachi no Remake. And I got to episode 7 before I closed the episode halfway through and just, you know, threw it like the bar of soap. Oh, it's 12 years. 12 years ago. 2010 was 12 years ago, don't you know? So here's the show, alright? This guy gets, he gets fired. He's on a train. He's like, I had the choice to go between college, normal college, and fine arts college. And I wanted to go to fine arts college, but I decided not to go to fine arts college. And now I regret that decision because I got laid off. Anyway, now I got a job because I happened to bump into somebody, and they were like, damn, we need, as fate would have it, someone walked out on our important project, and the dude was like, I could do the things that they can do, and then he got the role in the project, and he joined the big prestigious company, and the company was like, haha, we're a game company, so we're going to cut funding on your game in favor of the one that makes more money but has no creative value to it. You know, totally not a real thing that happens in the real world. Never, ever, ever. No, 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 no. And then he's like, I wish I could go back in time and go to the arts college. And then he wake up and then he is back in time and he goes to the art college. And he's like, I want to meet the people who were very famous in my time, the Platinum Generation. So he moves into he randomly moves into a dorm house with 3 other people who are totally, definitely not the people that he was referring to before. Nope, no chance. There's absolutely 0 chance that those 3 people specifically are the same people he moved into the dorm with. Not a chance. Oh, what's that? It was? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's wacky. So then he ended up, you know, hijinks ensue. Everybody loves funny, horny hijinks. The main character wakes up and there's a girl on his lap and she's like clad in loose clothing and she's half asleep and the guy's like, oh, go, zoinks! And then freaks out, and then the girl doesn't care, and then it's a hee hee ha ha, and then they do the thing, and they go to school, and then they do the art project, and he's like, the dude's like, wow, these people have real talent. I have 10 years of experience, but that's clearly not enough. Anyway, here's how 10 years of experience is going to trump all of that talent that I just talked about in a matter of seconds. And then everybody with the talent is like, whoa, you're so good at this, you're amazing, you're fantastic, you're great. And then he's, you know, all that work experience turned out for the better. Good for him. And then, you know, he gets with the ladies, and the ladies, they love him. And he talks to the girl he talks to the girl because apparently he likes this one girl's art, and then he finds out that that girl is the artist is the girl that he is now living with because of reasons, and then he sees that she's drawing her picture, and he's like, whoa, and then they have a moment on a bridge where she's like, I don't know what I want to do. I draw because it's fun, but I don't take it seriously. I think I'll just stop drawing now. And the dude's like, no, please, you can't do that. No, I love your drawing. She's like, oh, okay, I guess I will continue to draw now. And that is the emotional scene as one figures out what they want to do with their life or whether to pursue it, our career. And somebody you met probably a month ago. By the way, I don't even know how much time passed between that and when he moved in because the entire series jumps all over the fucking place. I'm pretty sure 7 months passed in the span of 3 episodes. Don't ask me how that works. I don't understand either. So then, you know, they have, that's like their one interaction, and then suddenly the girl is like, I want to commit the kissy face. And the dude's like, oh shit, the kissy face, do I dare? And then they get interrupted during the kissy face. And then later in the episode, she does the kissy face again, and they do the kissy, and then it's all good. But then the other girl is there as well, and she like totally likes the guy because the guy helped her with her problem. And then, oh god. And then she like, you know, they're making a game because they're making a game. And they're gonna sell it, and it just so happens that our main character has met somebody who's part of a prestigious popular circle, and now they're using their name to sell their game because they want to get funds for the guy who's supposed to be a doctor who has a fiance, but he doesn't want to be a doctor, so he runs away from home because he doesn't want to marry his childhood friend. What a fucking lucky asshole, right? Anyway, point is, he writes a bunch of short stories, I guess, maybe, but then he's like, you know, he works himself to the bone, but I don't really give a shit because his character hasn't really developed in any way, shape, or form yet. So they're gonna make a game so he can make some money so he can continue schooling and his tuition, but then like, you know, the whole fact that he needs tuition to continue schooling takes a backseat to the fact that he's making this game now, but he needs to make the game to make tuition so he can continue going to school, and it's like it doesn't really explain itself in any capacity. Maybe it would explain itself more if I continued watching, but I couldn't be arsed to do anymore. So anyway, the other lady who wants to sing but wants to be an actress, but she actually wants to sing, but she doesn't take it seriously because she's scared of failure, which is actually super relatable, but then the whole thing is like, you know, it kind of resolves, and then she sings God Knows on stage, which is just like, god damn it, I've heard that song enough times in my life, I don't need to hear it again. So, point is, he helps her overcome that, with, and then she sings, and she loves singing, and she, like, totally likes the guy, and she keeps dropping a bunch of hints and signals, but the guy has totally kissed the other girl already, and then they're making the game, and she's, like, recording music, and then she hugs him from behind and is like, I need my energy recharge. And the dude's like, let me think back about the different things we have done so far. That time where she offered me a crepe, the time where she hugged me, that time where she totally said she liked me, and now she's hugging me from behind. Do you think she likes me? No, definitely not. There's no way that could be it. I'm just misreading things. Fuck you. Fuck you. It's like that video from, what's his name? You know, the guy? Where what's his name? Casually Explain, where he made that video about like if she's into you. It was like watching that in anime form, but it was taking itself serious, and it made me want to gurgle. It made me want to gurgle, dude. Cause like it just flashed back to all the different scenes where she was totally into him, while she is like grabbing him from behind. And he's like, there's no way that she likes me. Nope, I'm just misreading the situation. Anyway, I'm going to ignore this now and go back to my computer. Also, he had a meeting talking about the specs of his game with the important character. And then it was like, all right, so here's the deal. And then it did this. I'm not making this up. The fucking scene jumped to sundown where the meeting was concluded. And they were like, thanks for listening. So I have absolutely zero idea what that was even about. I have to wonder if this plot point even fucking matters to begin with, because it just didn't matter in that moment. And it makes me think, like, I watched a show where making a game was the main plot point, and it went into a lot of details and stuff on how that all worked, and it was interesting. But now it just feels like it's a cheap plot point that's gonna like disappear in 2 more episodes. But I don't know. I didn't actually finish watching it, so who knows if it actually continues to the rest of the series or not. But I didn't really give a shit because clearly they didn't either. And somehow they gave that a 7.4 on Mal, and that's why I watched it. But after watching what I watched, I decided that I don't want to watch any more of it ever again. I've never been so let down. Well, that's not true. I've watched some other things in the past that have let me down, but that one specifically, like I've talked about, is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? That show might be one of the worst pieces of shit garbage I've ever seen in my entire life, so I couldn't even finish it. Alright, here we go. I'm on the other side of the river. Alright. Does it have a second season? I don't know, but Dungeon Girls does. Yeah, give me a rod. Are mal ratings the best marker for things? Yes and no. Yes and no. Mal ratings with an 8 are usually... Oh god, usually means it's pretty good. I watched 7 episodes of Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, and I thought it was the stupidest, most garbage piece of shit I've ever seen in my entire life, and I don't understand why it has like 3 seasons and a bunch of spin-offs. So yeah, that's my opinion on that. I hate it. 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 I hate everything about it. I hate everything it stands for. I hate the characters. I hate the relationships. I hate the drama. I hate all of it. Okay, let me, alright, here we go. I'm gonna explain. This isn't gonna be the first time I've ever explained this. That would imply that abridged stuff is funny. Okay, hold on. Whoa. Slow my roll there. Listen. Some abridged series are good. But not all of them. Don't like Komi-san, not even the manga. I like Komi-san, but I only really like Komi-san with the main characters, because all the side characters are very fucking annoying. But I like the main story. Explain? Okay, let me explain. Also, Yuri and K-On! Are great. You shut your mouth. Shut your goddamn mouth. I love those shows. They give me the giggles. Anyway, so here's how the first 6 episodes of Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon goes. Hello, Stephen. The only side character in Komi-san I like is the childhood friend character. For personal reasons, I will not explain why. Okay. I will not explain why. No! You cannot make me! Anyway, my point is, so here's how the show starts. Our main character, his name is Bell or something. I don't fucking care. So he's in a dungeon, and he's there because of the title. Like roll the title card. He wants to pick up girls in a dungeon, I guess. He is a man of the ladies, and then he gets in a bad situation, and a blonde lady saves him, and he's like, whoa, she's great, I love her. So then he leaves the dungeon, returns to his 5'3" fucking double D cup goddess lady who absolutely loves him, and starts talking about how he fell in love with this blonde girl. First of all, what the fuck, dude? Why would you do that? And she clearly is into him, right? Like, what the fuck? And he's there going on about how he fell in love with this other chick, and he's like, can you like give me cheat powers or something? And then it turns out our main character has an ability where he becomes stronger the more he loves a girl. So apparently his love for this blonde girl is so strong that it becomes an OP character in the matter of a single fucking day, because that's good writing. And then he gets really lazy. So he doesn't want to level up and grind, as all true gamers don't. So he asks his god that totally definitely like loves him if she can just like, go pull some strings with the other gods to create a cheat thing. So she fucking does. She goes up to Artemis or whatever and is like, hey, can you make this dude like this weapon that makes him not like have to grind, and so he just becomes super strong? And she's like, I can't do that, right? Anyway, here you go. And then she gives him a knife. So she makes a knife that increases the EX. It's like a cheat weapon. It increases the amount of EXP he obtains by like 1,000%. So he just becomes like super over leveled in the span of like swinging his knife around, as like you see, like I swear I'm explaining this to the best of my ability, but this is exactly what I'm saying. Also, there's like this elf girl who is part of an inn that likes him too, because I guess when the main character, A main character becomes more attractive to the viewers, and the more girls that like him. That's all. Anyway, so the first arc is King Kong shows up. He hear me when you see me. And then he like uses the cool knife and he takes the gorilla out and he's like, "Whoa, you did it! You're the best." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm the best, I guess, but it doesn't matter because the where's the blonde girl?" So then you get to the second art where you get this girl who's like, she's basically not a pack mule, but she's they hire her to carry storage, which is actually kind of a cool concept for like an inventory. So you hire somebody to carry your goods with you, but she's also kind of a shitter. So she'll like, you know, they hire her and then she'll steal their, she steals their stuff. So he ends up, our main hero, Mr. Bell, our Mr. Ladies Man, everyone loves him, Bell, hires her to carry his stuff for him. But you know, she's a bit of a scoundrel. So she steals his stuff, abandons him, leaves him for dead, ha 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 ha. And he has to fight a bunch of like orcs and she's like, haha, I stole your stuff, fuck you. And then a bunch of other adventurers who she had stolen stuff from find her and like, hey, we're really pissed off that you stole our stuff, so now we're going to leave you to these ants and you're going to die a very violent ant-related death. Haha, fuck you. And she's like, oh no, who could have seen this? The consequences of my own actions. No, ants. I don't like ants. No. Oh no. And then our main hero is back from his orc fight. I guess he did it. He beat all of those orcs and didn't like get a scratch on him. Pretty impressive, right? He kills all the ants and then he saves the girl and the girl is like, why did you save me? I literally stole your equipment and left you for dead. And our main hero, who was ever so suave with his words, is like, I saved you because you're a girl. And she was like, shut the fuck up, you stupid weasel. You are the enemy of womankind. And then he was like, okay, let me change my answer. I saved you because you're you. And then she was like, Doki. Oh no, I love him now. And I was like, wow. And that's when I stopped. That is when I decided I had better things to do. You may think I'm making this up, but I'm not. Everything I said is truth. You can go watch it yourself if you want to see it. I may have exaggerated a little bit, but for what the most part, everything I said there is correct, and that is actually something that happens. Anyway, Goliath is there. Pretty sure both Shanghai and Hodai evolve into Goliath doll. It's weak to heart. Okay. Don't watch that. It's cringe. So yeah, that's a show that I've watched that I dropped midway through. And I find the shows that I dislike enough to drop midway through, I tend to have the most opinions on them, I suppose. Like the other one I just talked about, Bokutachi no Remake. Any other show that I've watched that I finished, even if I didn't like it, I at least liked it enough that I finished watching it, and my opinions of it are like, it wasn't that great. But if I drop a show midway through, then it has actively pissed me off to a point where I could not stomach it any longer. And that is what I just explained to you. That is what I explained to you there. What is my most hated anime? I just told you, did I not? That is the worst show I've ever watched. Oh, that doesn't work. Oh, you're a steel type, duh. I don't actively watch things that I know are bad. Second worst? I just told you. I told you before that one. I've watched Sword Art Online, but I like Sword Art Online enough. I still kind of shit on the second season, but I like the first half of the first season. The protagonist of Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon is the kind of writing that makes you think it was written by somebody who has never talked to a woman before. Oh, I guess I watched one episode of Arrow Manga Sensei. Before I really understood what that was, I watched the first episode, and then I realized what it was, so I stopped right there. Hey, it could have been good for all I know. That's why I stopped after one episode. Did I see Oremo? Yes, actually. I really liked the first season of that show. I liked the OVAs, and I was very excited for season 2. Cheerbo. The only reason I watched that series is because I had watched the first season, and I very much enjoyed it. So I wanted to see where it went, and then it went where it went, and I feel pain. Same thing for Haganai. I don't have many friends. I actually thought that one was cool. I mean, it was obviously needlessly horny, but I liked that one because there was aspects to it that were neat, but then it went the way it did, and I was just like, fuck you, Luigi, I suppose. An ice fairy, just touching her can cause frostbite. She's 55 pounds of pure ice. Cheerbowen. Okay. Sao's first season was good. Sao's second arc was tolerable for me. What about good anime shows? I don't know. I like what I like, I guess. I like Saikano a lot. I really like that one. That was one that I didn't give a fair chance when it first came out, but then I watched when it was finished and I really, really liked it. I can't remember off the top of my head any other ones I've watched that, like, concluded. I mean, I do like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, but that one's kind of a given. It's really good. I like Silver Spoon. Silver Spoon was written by the same person that did FMAB. I watched the 2 seasons and I actually finished the manga, and it was nice. I enjoyed the manga, so I finished that whole series. Hitori Bochi, I like that one. I haven't watched Mob Psycho Season 2 yet, no. I keep forgetting that one is on my watch list. I don't know. Gintama. I've planned to watch that one for a while now, but I don't know where to start because there's so much of it. Gintama looks fucking hilarious, though. I've definitely watched a few episodes though, but I don't know how to watch it. I don't know what the Chronicles of Aslan is. No. Spice and Wolf's getting a new series. That's correct. That's correct. That is happening. I couldn't believe that announcement. I just couldn't. I have no idea what it's gonna be. If it's gonna be like a 3rd season, continuing where it left off, or it's gonna be like a reboot or something. I'm obviously very excited for that, though. Still waiting for Devil as a Part-Timer Part 2 as well. Ow! The arms! There you go. Touhoumon no Index. Actually, I watched that way long ago, but I never finished it. I got to episode 21, I think, and I just didn't watch the rest of it. I did the same thing with Trigun. Index was really weird. I never watched Railgun either. I know the character, but yeah. I'm pretty sure Pop Team Epic did a 2nd season too. That Spice and Wolf VR game is on Switch, yeah. It uses Labo VR. Cardboard Box VR. EM, wake up, please. Nice. Wasn't there another show that got another season like a decade later? What was it? Full Metal Panic? I think it was. It just randomly got like a 3rd season. And I don't know how it turned out, but I think that was the show. Protect. Oh. Weird. Okay. Devil is a part-timer getting to second season, has been known for like a year. Did I like Trigun? I don't think I did, to be honest with you. I feel like if I liked it, I would have finished it. But I just stopped, and I couldn't find the motivation to finish it up. There was something about it I just didn't really, I guess didn't really jive with me. I don't know. I like some of the characters. But I also watched all of Desert Punk, and by the end of Desert Punk, I didn't like that very much either. Like, that show was fucking weird. Classroom of the Elite. Okay, I watched the first 10 episodes of that for some reason, and I just couldn't figure out why I was still watching it. I couldn't. I just didn't like it. I just didn't like it. It just felt so pretentious. Every single character just felt like so pretentious. It was insane. Like, I didn't care about a single fucking character at all because all of them were the same character. It's like, world bad. I have a dark past. It's like, alright. Here's the happy-go-lucky girl, and she's like, I'm actually really sad and angry, and if you tell anybody that I am sad and angry, I am going to make your life a living hell. And our main character was like, okay. Okay. Non-Biori OVA at the end of the month? What? Really? I'm gonna keep an eye on that. I haven't watched any of... I watched Bakemonogatari and Kisei Monogatari a long time ago. I was watching Bakemonogatari, but I stopped again. Right before the cat arc. I do want to... Genji... I do want to continue that series, though, because it's good. But I just haven't found the motivation to. I guess I bully Reimu. Hit it with a force bomb. It's not really... It's not contained, not related. Well, even so, I haven't watched it because I haven't watched anything related to Monogatari except what I just said. So why would I watch something like that? Vampire Cosmonaut, what the fuck? No, I don't watch things that are bad intentionally. I watched Goblin Slayer. I don't know why I did that, but I actually like it. I think Goblin Slayer is pretty good, but the first episode is not. Any mech anime I like? Honestly, no. The only mech anime I've ever watched that I ended up enjoying was Gurren Lagann. Then, you know, that's Gurren Lagann. And even then, I liked the first half more than the second half. And Bokurano, which was not really mecha, but also kind of mecha. It also kind of ended in a weird way because the anime ended it differently, and the manga kept going. What is something that was even made intentionally bad? I don't know. To be honest, I'm unsure if anything has ever been made intentionally bad because even the shows that are meant to be shit posts are like quality. Like Defrag, for example. Defrag is just 100% a shitpost, but it's a lot of fun. The animation is quality, and there are a lot of elements to it that I enjoy immensely. But I don't think there are any shows that are intentionally bad because a show that is intentionally bad, you can tell when it's intentionally being bad, and it's actually, if it does its job well, then it's good, right? Goblin Slayer, the manga is, I guess I could call it a little more graphic, but the anime kind of like, you know, it does, the first episode does what it does, and then the rest of it just doesn't have anything to do with that, like, at all. I don't even understand the purpose of it, to be honest with you. I was enjoying the manga, though. And I watched the movie. The movie was pretty good. I wouldn't say it's anything super special, but I just kind of like the idea of this dude who just wears a full set of armor, and he just specializes in killing low-level enemies. That's it. That's all he does. So he's just hanging around a bunch of other, like, high-level adventurers that do real quests. But you just got this guy in grody armor and a broadsword who dedicates his entire life to killing goblins. It's just like, okay. It's one hell of a character. I think he's fascinating, that's all. Okay. I watched Shield Hero. I thought Shield Hero was going to be good, and I didn't finish it. I came to dislike it by the end, and I will never finish it ever again. Another one of those shows that wanted to be angsty, but then it didn't want to be angsty, because angsty was bad. Shadow. Season 2? No, thank you. Berserk was... Yeah, Berserk was wild. Berserk is fucking wild. Well, Redo of Healer is just garbage, so that's probably why it didn't get any attention. It had absolutely zero redeemable qualities to it in the slightest, whereas Goblin Slayer was at least enjoyable after the first episode. Pain. Pain! I agree with that, actually. Shield Hero just kind of died for me by, like, the back half of it. I just didn't want to look at it anymore. I was done with it. It had so much build-up. It had so much build-up. And then when it finally was ready to deliver, the show decided, nah. And I just felt like everything that it was setting up, just, it didn't ever plan on delivering it. So I felt cheated. And then I did not care about the rest of the story at any capacity. Because if they were going to do that, after all that build-up, who knows what the fuck they were going to do by the end of it. Crunchyroll Goblin Slayer was considered PG or something like that. Well, I mean, do you think Crunchyroll actually does anything for the anime that it handles? Besides charge money for people to watch them? Come on now. Come on now. I don't know if that's why people dislike Shield Hero, but that's why I dislike Shield Hero. I wanted a goddamn payout. They made the protagonist a character who got the shit end of the stick by everyone to a point where he's like, you know what, fuck you. And I respected that. When I watched the first episode, I was looking forward to it because I liked the trope. I liked the idea of that's what was happening. And then when it finally was supposed to deliver, when he was finally supposed to get his just desserts for all the shit he endured, he decided, oh, it's time to be a generic asshole, a generic hero. Generic protagonist decision here that completely conflicts with my my personality this entire time. Fuck you. And now we go to 4 at Tree. I don't know if there's a rest house over here. I don't understand why something like Redo of Healer even got animated. I really don't. I've seen some dumbass shows in my time. And again, I haven't even watched that one, nor will I ever watch that one. I watched an isekai. It was about a wrestler. It was about a wrestler who opened a pet shop. It wasn't very good. Like, the concept seemed kind of funny, but it wasn't very good. Damn it. I don't know, it was kind of funny, but like there wasn't a lot of the characters to me were mostly just like they were only their tropes and nothing else. The thing I like about Konosuba, for example, is that every character has a trope, but you know, there's still characters behind that trope. But like in this one, there was always like there was just some characters that were solely like, what's the word here? Solely their trope. Talk to me, dude. They grow beyond the trope. Yeah. Konosuba has a lot of characters in it, and the main characters are all deeply flawed individuals, and they obviously fulfill tropes, but they're still characters within their world. But then sometimes you get characters who are defined by their trope, and they are only their trope no matter what, and they're never allowed to be real characters because it would deviate from the norm they had set. What is my trope? What is my trope? What is my purpose? You give food to the main character, and then you act like you didn't do it because you wanted to. Oh God! That's your character. You know, I mentioned this before. Saikano, for example. I really like that show. I really do. Because it also has tropes. It pokes fun at tropes. And even though it has tropes, it has the short, flat, blonde, twin-tailed tsundere character. You can't get any more tropey than that. The thing is, though, is that even though that is the character, she's not just that personality trope. She's a real character in the story, and she actually, like, has her own problems, her own growth, her own struggles, her own personality. She's not defined by her trope, which is why she's an interesting character throughout the entire series. Even though she has an aspect to her that is a trope, that's not her only character. That's good character writing. Right? You can call it self-aware, I guess, yeah. But my point is that show has a lot of tropes to it, but it still manages to be a very good show. I really like it. Like, I like it a lot. It's one of my favorite series now. But it's really hard to sell people on it. It's really hard to sell people on it because there's a lot of unnecessary, like, you know, angles, I suppose. You know, yellow card, unnecessary horny, 10 bonks, that kind of dealio. And it's really unfortunate because it does kind of take away from things. Maybe it doesn't take away from you, from your experience, in which case more power to you, you horny bastard. But in my opinion, when the show has good writing and it has interesting characters, that's great. I don't really need a panty shot. You know? I just don't. I'm okay with the drama that's making me like the characters. You don't need to show me their underwear. And that's not going to make me like them any more or less than I already do, you know. I've never seen ReZero. The only thing I know about that series is it's popular and the main character makes people angry. But I've also heard people say that the main character's reactions to the world around him is believable for someone in his situation. But I think people also say that about Shinji and the giant fucking robot. And I don't have any interest in watching Evangelion at all. No, you don't understand. The main character's a whiny bitch because he's a whiny bitch, and you would be a whiny bitch in that situation too. You're absolutely correct. I would be a whiny bitch in that situation. But just because I would be a whiny bitch in that situation doesn't mean I have to watch somebody else be a whiny bitch in that situation. But on the other end of the spectrum, I hate characters that are just, like, perfect, you know? I've never watched ReZero. I'm not calling Subaru a whiny bitch. I'm calling Shinji a whiny bitch. My point is that when the main character is the main focus of a show and his personality is what people attribute as the weakest part of a show, it makes me a little hesitant to take a look at it because I know I'm going to have to deal with it. I hate bland protagonists, and I only somewhat hate overpowered protagonists. I don't like overpowered protagonists when there's no indication of why they're as strong as they are. And they're just strong because... Blah! He returns from death after dying. Yeah, that would fuck someone up, that's for sure. There's another show, what was it called? Darling in the Franxx. That show. I don't even know where to begin with that show, dude. I saw how they pilot the mechs, and that's all I needed to see to know I wasn't going to watch any more of it. But apparently its ending was one of those things that happened that it was so bad that it ruined the entire experience. I heard Charlotte does something like that too. Charlotte is really good until you watch the last episode, and then you pretend the last episode didn't happen. And that's honestly what's preventing me from watching that show. If you look past it, it's pretty interesting. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I've never thought of going dumpster diving to look for some food. You know? I can look at a grocery store if I want to find some food. Ready for a shadow hit. The donk. You ever watch... Actually, that's a show that I stopped watching immediately. You ever watched In Another World with My Smartphone? That's a fucking show, isn't it? I watched the first episode of that show. Here's how this show works. I didn't watch anything past the first episode, but I watched the first episode. Here's what happens. The show opens up with our main character talking to God. God tells our main character, yo, sorry I hit you with that lightning bolt and killed you, dude. And the main character is like, don't worry about it, God, shit happens, I understand. You know, as all people would probably react after getting smited by God and having God bring you up for tea and apologizing. And God's like, you know what, I like your tone. Anyway, here's a cell phone, and I'm going to send you into another world with, like, crazy magical powers. And the dude's like, okay, cool. So then the dude goes down, and he has, with his smartphone, he's in another world, and he walks, and he's going to, like, a guild hall, I guess, and then he comes across two purple-haired twins that are totally not the Fujibayashi sisters from Clannad. Definitely not them, don't worry about it. No infringement here, buddy boy. And then anyway, he helps them because he's, like, really strong, and now because God gave him God powers that make him godly, and he's very strong, yes. So... Then he learns about the magic system. Holy Jesus Christ. He learns about the magic system in the world, which is actually kind of interesting. So basically, everybody in the world is born with an affinity towards magic of a different element, and how strong it is dependent on different, like, you know, just different factors. Some people have a weak affinity with one, some people have a strong affinity with another, have no affinity with another, that kind of deal. Which is honestly really interesting, because it's, you know... So the way they test it is you touch a crystal with magical power, and you can convert the power of the crystal with, depending on the strength of your affinity with it, to you know, see your power. So they showcase it, and they show like a little, you know, little splurt of water out of the water crystal. And then our amazing, perfect, lightning bolted main character is like, let me touch that crystal. So he touches the water crystal, and he creates a torrential downpour, and it's like, holy shit, here, try this crystal. And then he touches every crystal, and he has, like, crazy affinity with every single element, because fuck you, I guess. And then they're like, oh man, your affinity with all these magical abilities is really high, but there's no way you'd have affinity with the super rare void crystal, which lets you do, like, teleportation and shit, but, like, 1% of the population can even wield this to any capacity, much less have enough strength to wield it to, like, teleport. And the main character's like, give me that shit! And then he just touches it, and then, wow, look at that, a portal has been summoned. Ain't that some crazy shit? So our main character has a smartphone in this other world. He also has god-tier magic abilities. God also made his physical abilities and reaction time otherworldly, because apparently God can do that. So, what the fuck, God? Where's my reaction time? Do I gotta get struck by lightning before I can have it? Not cool, dude. And that was the first episode. That was what I watched. And I decided that after watching that I would never watch another episode. And here I am today. Here I am today. The twins doing a normal transaction, but somehow it was so contrived it made the dudes evil. Yes. Yes. It was very, very awful. There was, like... I just don't understand. I stop running into pogies, please. Isekai, but with a demon child. Isekai, but with your mom. I hated that show, too. I stopped watching that show as well. I watched that show for about 3 or 4 episodes because I have problems that I need to work out, clearly. But the reason I stopped It's because one of the characters was like, hey, my mom is walked out on us and decided to live a life of debauchery. And then she came back into my life after I was given this ticket to participate in this game thingy. And now she's like taken over an enemy base and she's basically living a life of luxury on her own. And the main character's like, wow, your mom sounds like a bitch. And me, the viewer, was like, wow, her mom sounds like a bitch. And then the main character's mom was like, you know what? That mom may be a bitch, but that's still your mother. And there's no way that a mother didn't do that ever. Nope. Because a mom always loves their child, no matter what. There cannot be no such thing as bad mom. And I was like, yeah, okay. And then I stopped watching. Fuck you. No, you see, she may have left you when you were young to pursue a life of sex and alcohol, and she may have only came back into your life after you became loaded. But you know, she's still your mother. She's still a good person. Fuck you. Eat my ass. So that made me angry, and I stopped watching it. Note, I have a great relationship with my mother. I love my mother. But I cannot believe that that was the message they were trying to peddle in that show. That no matter how awful your parent is, it's still your parent. They can't be that bad. They're your parents, after all. There was another show I wanted to watch. I think it was the one you mentioned there about isekai with demon child. I think it was about a dude who was like supposed to raise a child, like a demon child or something. And I was gonna watch it, but I ended up not watching it because I think it turns into one of those Usagi drop type of shows. Now, I say type of shows, but we all know that Usagi drop is perfectly fine as a show, and it should only be a show. But I think it takes I think it takes that kind of stance. I might watch it anyway just to see how bad it is. But I am somebody who watched Usagi drop, liked it, wanted to know what happened next, read the whole manga, got to the end of the manga, wish I didn't do that. You're free to watch whatever you want. Oh yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just giving you my personal opinion on these things. Because we're busy people. I don't have the time to just dedicate 4 hours to a 12-episode series anymore. So I tend to watch things based on recommendations, so I know what I'm getting into to an extent. But these are just my opinions on shows that I have watched or experienced. You don't have to agree. You can still watch the show and enjoy it yourself. I'm not going to tell you you're an idiot for liking something. I'm just sharing my experiences with them and why I don't like them personally. I mean, I like High School of the Dead. I've watched High School of the Dead at least 7 times in my life. I don't think it's a good show. I think its story is all over the fucking place. I think its fan service is the farthest thing from necessary you could possibly get. Yet I've watched it so many times. I eat that shit up. I just do. I don't think it's a good show. I really don't. But I love it. I love it. I've consumed trash. I've gone dumpster diving and I found a sick apple. I'm going to continue eating it. Leftovers, baby. Why though? Because it has zombies and I really like zombies. It's not even really bad in the sense that like it's bad, but like it's bad in the sense that it's bad. You know what I mean? Of course you don't. That made no fucking sense. That made no sense. But it's kind of like... It's kind of like these characters are fighting zombies in this unbelievable anime-esque scenario, right? There's just no way it's happening this way. But then it's happening this way, and you're just kind of like, oh god, what? What's happening here? Like, our main character has a bat. Pico! And then we have Psycho with a wooden sword who can, like, down a bunch of zombies instantly, and then you got... The dude uses an off-ramp with the back of a truck, and he goes on a bike, and then he like grabs the girl's hand, and she jumps off the bike, and somehow it creates a shockwave that knocks down 3 zombies. Like, what? Excuse me? It doesn't make any fucking sense. None of it makes sense. Anyway, I'm done for the day. It's been almost 2.5 hours. I went to the water routes. I went through the grass. I'm in Pico House. And now I'm going to save the game. Bada bing. Bada boom. So, how about that Weather Institute next time? Oh boy, hope I'm level for that. I highly doubt I am, but we will see.